Thought today I'd talk a little bit about an idea that I find very useful. Thought I'd pass this on and hope you can get some mileage from it in your own music. And it has to do with expanding your chord vocabulary, mostly over some modal settings. So what I was just playing in the intro there was C Lydian vamp for a while, and then moving to C Dorian, and then back C Lydian, C Dorian, C Lydian, C Dorian. And the idea that I have that I've worked out that I get a lot of miles out of and thought you could find useful is taking this idea of shell voicings. For those who don't know, shell voicing is just a seventh chord, and it's very basic format, which is the root note. And in this case, I'm using C. C Lydian is my chord scale. So the shell voicing for a C major 7 chord would be the root, the third, and the seventh, right? No fifth. So we got these 3 string voicings, and that's what we consider a shell voicing, right? Just a bare stripped down voicing. But what I use quite a bit, that I've found that I can extend this idea of shell voicing, these simple to play chords, but use them through a mode, is to harmonize the arpeggio of the chord. So in this case, we've got C major 7. We're going to play a C major 7 arpeggio, the root C, the third, all on the same string, the third E, the fifth G, and the seventh B, but play a shell voicing for every one of those notes. So C, I would have C major, I would have this. On the E, I would have a G and a D. So you might say this is a shell voicing for an E minor 7 chord, but really I'm thinking of it as C Lydian. I'm just choosing notes from the C Lydian chord scale. Then go up to the fifth, and I play this voicing, which looks like a G major. It's a G major 7 shell voicing, but it's really the root, the fifth, and the sharp 11. Sorry, the root, the seventh, and the sharp 11. The fifth, the seventh, and the sharp 11th of the C chord, and then up to B, and I got what looks like a B minor 7 shell voicing, but I'm thinking of it as the 7th, the 9th, and the 13th of the C Lydian chord. So these are my now extended shell voicings, and then up to the octave for a C Lydian chord scale. And then I switch to C Dorian. So now we've got C minor 7 shell voicing with the root, flat third, and the flat seventh. Then I go up to the C. I'm outlining a C minor 7th arpeggio on the 5th string and playing shell voicings from each of those. So C minor 7 shell voicing, E flat major 7 shell voicing, but I'm really thinking of it as a C minor chord, so flat third, 5th, and 9th. And then I go up to the 5th. It looks like a G minor 7 shell voicing, but I'm thinking of it as the 5th, the flat 7th, and the 11th. And then I go up to the flatted 7th. It looks like a B flat major 7 shell voicing, but I'm thinking of it again as a C minor, so B flat is the flat 7, the 9th, and the 13th. So we get these chord scales, and then the octave. So that's what I was doing, playing through these quote-unquote shell voicings, but thinking of them as modal voicings. So that's what I was playing at the beginning. And another thing you could even do, like say, let's go back to C major 7, which is these 4, is even play some of the diatonic stuff in between, like say from the 5th here, I could go up to the 6th and play a shell voicing there. So I get these. Or if I play all of them, get this, what looks like a D7 shell voicing. And then same thing for C Dorian. I could play I'm going to play the C Dorian chord scale up the 5th string, but harmonize the respective shell voicings for each of those. at the intro, to make it a little bit more musical, you can jump around to these things. Play again, staying in C Dorian, go down, up, whatever, right, moving them around. So this idea I find quite useful in playing in modal contexts, or you could apply it to really any tune. Another thing that's very cool to do with this is to expand it over different sets of strings, different chord types, or even a 2-5-1. Like if we took a 2-5-1 in, let's say, C minor, your typical, we'll create a little loop here to do a simple 2-5-1 using shell voicings. And then coming around, we'll harmonize each of them using this idea up and down those few strings. So D minor, D minor 7 flat 5, G7. So just wanted to share that idea, something I find a lot of uses for. Hope you can too. Good luck.